Well, hello, folks. It's Sunday again. Here we are, SaxaVord Sessions, all the way from the Top Gun bar in the SaxaVord UK Spaceport up in Unst, Shetland. Davey Sinton and me's here to take you through another hour. Nice to see so many people joining us right away today. That's fantastic. And if you have any word for us, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love you to tell us what the weather's like. There's Marge joining us from America, and Elma for here, which is good, and Mary for Poole and Dorset. See, we've got a real old spread already today. It's fantastic. Please hit the share button, and we'll have some tunes and videos for you today, right through for an hour. Something to help digest your Sunday lunch. We're getting ours when we get back today. It's roast chicken on the go tonight. That sounds good to me. Here's a wee couple of tunes for you. Liberton Pipe Band and the Train Journey North. I like playing tunes about trains in Shetland because we have none. Well, there we go. That was Liberton Pipe Band, and the second one was the Train Journey North. Lovely wee tunes. Hello, Nell, Greg. Nell wasn't with us last week, and I didn't realise Nell lives in Liberton. There you go, Liberton Pipe Band. It's actually two tunes, somebody told me, that joined together. The first part is called Liberton Pipe Band, and well, the first two parts, and the second two parts, or third, fourth part's called Kilberry Ball. But there we go. So there's a bit of useless information for you. Hello, John Anderson. There's John joining us. Oxygen John. John, is it you that has been up saying Davies Sinton here, his wife? You can tell us. He says, John Anderson was up twice, and I thought, is it the same John Anderson? We'll have to check this out. So there we go. Brilliant. Here's a wee two-step I wrote a couple of weeks ago. We were out at the beach at Is it Easting Beach, Davy? Is that the one away out past Uasund? Anyway, we found this beach, Easting, and it's kind of famous because there's been a lot of Viking archaeological stuff found on it. But also, there's a wee kind of castle-y thing there, and I thought, that doesn't look Viking-y, and apparently it was Pictish. It was there before the Vikings, and they all wanted to stay out on that beach. Must have been some place. So here's a wee two-step I've written, and it's called Forward and Together, two-step. The Forward and Together two-step. So here we go. So enjoy, and here's some nice scenes of that beach, because it's a beauty. Enjoy. There we go. Thank you, Anthony Simon. Anthony says, fine tune pair, the forward and together two-step. I'm trying to remember where Anthony stays again. Anthony, let us know again. I'm sure you're overseas somewhere. It'd be good to know where you are. Hello, Maureen Harvey. Everybody, Hazel's there. Hazel's overcast here, but I'm sure all those doing the Glasgow Kilt Walk are happy. Was that not yesterday? Is it not the London Marathon today? I think it is. I'm not sure. John Anderson says, yes, I was in Uns twice last week. So it must be the same, John. Davey and Pat says they were very pleased to see you, John. That's good. Thanks, Alistair McHarg there, saying it's a nice wee tune. That's good. Right. Here is a wee set of Shetland waltzes for you this time, because I've not played any for a long time. This is Scalawa Vo, followed by Sunset over Fulla, and finishing with Ronas Vo. I'm sure when Ronnie Cooper wrote his tunes, he used to get a map out and just pick places. I'm not sure what happened. But there we go. So enjoy this wee set of tunes. There you go. That was 3 waltzes for you. Hazel Kent said, oh, Hazel's putting me right here. She says, the kilt walk was a short walk yesterday. Today it's the 20 miles plus one. And a kilt. Whew. There's Pat checking in. Huey checking in, she says. And we got a thumbs up. So we're doing all right. Yes, interesting that Anthony's just put on. He's in Sydney, Australia. So that's where he is. Can't get much further away than that for here, can we? I hope the weather's nice down there, Anthony. And if there's any gigs going, Davey and I's free at the drop of a hat. Right, there we go. So, lovely. Right, this next thing for you. It's a wee video. Now, it's an album we made. Well, I was involved with a band called Scotia's Hardy Sons 30 years ago. Titch Freer, Andy Ramage, David Vernon, and myself. Now, Andy's nephew has been remastered and stuff and decided to put some of this up on YouTube. So we asked him, is it all right if we play this? He's put some photographs of the band in 30 years ago, so you'll see some very young-looking people. I don't have my cremola foam look then. I've got brown hair and things. And you'll see some photos through there all over the world when we played in different places. There's Iceland and Switzerland, and for the observant amongst you, you'll see us playing at an orphanage in Bangladesh as well. And we got all over the place. And sometimes we played in Arbroath as well. But there we go. So that was it. But enjoy this anyway. Listen, this is a song that Titch wrote, and he called it Highland Shinty. Highland Shinty. And as those of you know, west coast of Scotland and up the north there, Shinty is the big game. Kind of like, what is it they call it in Ireland? They call it something else, don't they? Hurling, I think they call it Hurley or something like that. But the Shinty, it's pretty vicious. It's hockey on steroids. But anyway, this is Jan Titch wrote and called it Highland Shinty. So here's the video for you. Enjoy this one.
Rise up, Mount Highland white, the lark is up, the sun is bright. Seize the calm and grasp at sight, and haste toward the shinty. Then drain the quake and fill again, loudly blow the martial strain, and welcome ye with might and main, to get all tail and shinty. With bonnet blue, we kilt and played, o ilka clannish arrayed, up muster and the green some shade, to fight this day at shinty. Wicked off your place to kilt and sark, we whispering beware the mark, and shins look good for roof o war, this day at heel and shinty. Then drain the quake and fill again, loudly blow the martial strain, and welcome ye with might and main, to get all tail and shinty. But see the ball flies over the dale, no high, no low, no on the gale. Back and forth, no games a hail, well done for Highland Shinty. We often eyes with glorious din, like deer behind the body run. With money and honest cheer for grin, for good old Highland Shinty. Then drain the quake and fill again, loudly blow the martial strain, and welcome ye with might and main, to good old Highland Shinty. Set out for high amid the fun, the piper's notes proclaims it's done. Victory's both lost and won this day at Highland Shinty. And now it's social mirth and glee, to end the sport we all agree. We'll whiskey bright and barley breed, we'll drink to Highland Shinty. Then drain the quake and fill again, loudly blow the martial strain, and welcome ye with might and main, to get all Highland Shinty. Then may we all that now are met, till nature claims her final debt, be I resolved ne'er to forget the ancient Highland Shinty. Then drain the quake and fill again, loudly blow the martial strain, and welcome ye with might and main, to get all Highland Shinty.
singing there. There we go. There we go. Sorry about the wee blip to begin with. The machine decided to play the other video again first. But that was Healing Shinty. And I was just saying to Davey, I was even singing in that one. My goodness me. The days when we had lots and lots of fun there. That was all very good fun. Right. Healing Shinty. I'll play another track for that album later on. Now, Nell says, yeah, hurling in Ireland, very, very rough. Danny says, any videos of Grace Elizabeth Wood tune? No, I'll have to do one of that sometime. That would be good. That would be, get Gracie a wee tune. That would be quite good fun. Here is a wee set of reels for you to get us going today. I'm going to start off with Kate Dalrymple. Kenny McKenzie says, as a West Coast music hardliner, I am now becoming a Shetland music addict. Thanks to you, Peter. That's Kenny that plays the Mouthy and the pipes. That's going to come up here someday. He's definitely coming up. Carol says, we played shinty at school, still got the dip in my shin bone to prove it. Davey and I were just speaking about that. Davey used to play at the one at Newtonmore or King Eusey area, the after cup final things, and he said there was a few broken bones every year usually. So, right, here's a wee set of reels for you, starting with Kate Dalrymple. The next one's a Gaelic tune, but we call it Alistair of the Den, but I'm sure there's a Gaelic name for it. Then it's Snouts and Ears, which I take that's got something to do with a pig, I would imagine, snouts and ears. And the last one is The Sword of Common Sile. I think it's a wee Irish tune. So enjoy these wee tunes. Here you go. There we go. A wee set of reels for you that time. That's good. Hello, Vi. Todd. Vi's joined us today. She must know have a Kaylee on for a change. Vi does a tremendous amount of work for charity with her Kayleys, and it's so good. It's absolutely brilliant. And I hope to get back down to play for her someday, but we were doing 2 or 3 years ago now, and what a fantastic afternoon we had. She says she was out washing the car and forgot about the time, so she's come in. She says the time was running away with me. Well, better that than the car running away with you. So, and you can come up and wash my car after it if you want. You're most welcome. Right, a wee video for you this time. 2 tunes. The first one, a very, very popular tune by a chap from Northumberland called Pat Sheldon Shaw that wrote this tune called Margaret's Waltz. And it's very, very popular up in Shetland, especially after Ali Bain played it at one point in time. And the second tune in this one's just a wee tune that I wrote for my Doug, and it's a wee tune called Luna's Waltz. That's the wee white fluffy Doug that attacks Davy every time when he comes in. Beats him up, but it's yeah, it's tiny. The dachshund that just barks, but is a. Oh, there's Stuart Smiley. Smiles has joined us. First time viewer, listener, but won't be the last, Peter. Thanks for directing me here. Good to see you, Stuart. Stuart's, mind last week we played Hannah Anders, the country artist that's coming up. Next week we will be playing a track of her again. Stuart's bringing her up here to play at Unsfest, and then she's doing a night in Mariel after it. So look out for that one. Get your tickets bought. Here's Margaret's Waltz and Luna's Waltz. A video. Enjoy. That turned out not bad. There we go. That was Margaret's Waltz and a wee tune I wrote for my Doug Luna's Waltz. Luna's a tiny wee white dog, by the way. When I said it beats Davy up, it's tiny. But there we go. Thank you very much. Hazel Kent says that was beautiful. Thank you. This is the SaxaVord Sessions, all the way for the SaxaVord Spaceport up in Unst, Shetland. We're here every Sunday at 1:30. So do remember and join us. That would be fantastic. Davy and I has been quite busy the last 2 or 3 weeks, Davy especially. I got a phone call and asked if I'd write some music for a film that's getting released at the Toronto Film Festival. And fortunately, I have Davy here as my wingman to keep me right with all that kind of stuff, because it's different stuff when we're writing for a film. So it's a film that's coming out at the Toronto Film Festival, all about the kind of aftermath of 9/11 and the 25th anniversary. So we'll keep you in touch with that and let you know about that when it comes out. But so that's been a wee new project for us. And it's been great working with these professional directors as well. It's been quite interesting. Davy's done it all before, but I haven't. This is so it's quite interesting. Anyway, here is a wee set of tunes for you. Just a wee set of marches, starting off with a brown-haired maiden, the lights of Lochendal. I don't know where Lochendal is. Lochendal. Somebody work out where Lochendal is. And then we've got Killiecrankie, and then we're going to go Kirkwall Bay for all you folk down in our Orkney neighbours. There we go. So, and there's Albert Watson for Dundee joining us as well. Well, about to see Albert. Albert's a big Dundee fan, and I'm a Hearts fan, and he says, good luck to both of us today. Since we've got a derby today against Hibs, that'll be interesting. So, it's getting near the end of the season. So, Kenny McKenzie says Lochendal's and Eiley. There we go. Well done. I didn't ken that. I wasn't sure where that was. And they had lights there. There we go. That's it. So, enjoy. A wee Gay Gardens if you fancy a wee dance. we are. Now, that's very interesting. Kenny McKenzie says, my granny came from Lochendal. Well, he surely knows what it's all about then. Just thinking there when I was playing that set, The Brown-Haired Maiden, that was the first tune I ever learnt to play on the bagpipes when I was about 7 years old, which still haven't cracked it. But I am going to play you a set of tunes for that album that we had earlier on, Scotia's Hardy Sons. And this is actually me piping this time when I was going for it big style. Before the days that I couldn't be bothered practicing as much anymore. But Davey's getting the hood up. It's 3 tunes here. The first one is a tune called Pumpkin's Fancy that was very, very popular at that point in time, about 30 years ago. Anyway. And then we got into Jenny Dang the Weaver. And finishing off, the first one, Pumpkin's Fancy, was written by Terry Tilley, who was the pipe major of St Lawrence O'Toole Pipe Band in Dublin. And he put bendy notes in it, which was the first time that we'd really kind of started hearing all this bendy notes, and Gordon Duncan and all these people became kind of exponents of it. And I remember Gary West teaching me this tune in a back room in a superstore. We were doing a promotion thing in Berlin in Germany for a week, and I said, what is that tune? And he sat down and learned me. So that was Pumpkin's Fancy. And the last one's the Easy Club Reel. That was the band, the Easy Club, and Jim Sutherland was a great percussionist and all that in that band, and he wrote the tune, the Easy Club. So sit back and enjoy some piping for a wee change. This is SaxaVord Sessions. Mind and hit that share button if you could. That would be fantastic. Here's a wee video for you. Well, there you go. That was me piping. You're right, Vi Todd says, Titch Freer and Andy Armage, you Davy Vernon, am I right? You are absolutely right. And of course, Titch stays not far for you, Vi. He stays in Kinross. And Andy used to stay in Glenfarg. And then he moved out to Spain for many years. And Davy, originally from Dumfries, but lives in Edinburgh. No far away from Nell, I don't think. Small world. Small world. Great fun, great days. It seems like a long time ago now. But there we go. Right, I'm going to play another quick video just now because I think it's time for a song. This is our good pals, the Corries. And somebody requested this actually 2 or 3 weeks ago, the Bonnie Lass of Fivey. And you can't go wrong with the Bonnie Lass of Fivey, can we? So here is a wee video for you of the Corries.
Once was a troop o' Irish dragoons come marching down through Fivey, oh, and the captain's fawn-in-law wi' a very bonny lass, and her name it is cried Pretty Peggy, oh. There's many a bonny lass in the How of the Lass, there's many a bonny lass in the Geary. There's many a bonny Jean in the streets of Aberdeen, but the floor o' them all binds in Fivey, oh. So come down the stair, Pretty Peggy, my dear. Come down the stair, Pretty Peggy, oh. Come down the stair, bind up your yellow hair, take a last farewell o' your daddy, oh. Then up cries the colonel, mount, boys, mount. Tarry, says our captain, oh tarry, oh tarry for a while, for another day or two, till I see if this bonny lass will marry, oh. 'Twas in the early morning when we marched a wall. Oh, but our captain was sorry, oh. The drums they did beat o'er the bonny braes agate, the pipes played the lowlands of Fivey, oh. Now lang ere we come to old Meldrum town, we had our captain to carry, oh. And lang ere we come to bonny Aberdeen, we had our captain to bury, oh. Green grow the bucks on bonny Aithen side, low lie the lowlands of Fivey, oh. Our captain's name was Ned, and he died for a maid, he died for the jumper maid of Fivey, oh. I never did intend a soldier's lady for to be, I never will marry a soldier, oh. I never did intend to guarantee a foreign land, and I never will marry a soldier, oh. It's braw, captain's lady for to be, brought to be a captain's lady, oh. Brought to Rampton Row and follow at his word, and ride when your captain he is ready, oh.
Lovely stuff. The Corries there with the Bonnie Lass of Ivy. She must have been some wife who got that song written after her, right? Absolutely. Here's a wee. Well, I always think this sounds kind of Scandinavian, but it was a tune composed by Dick Black from, I think Dick came from Whitburn or Armadale or somewhere, and it's a wee polka. And the name of it's just went right out my head because I started speaking about it, but it'll maybe come back to me. So enjoy this one. There we go. Just a little quick one. Now, Maureen says that's called the patchwork polka. Now, Maureen, sorry, but I do play the patchwork polka as well, and it's that's that one. So it is a different one. I can't mind the name of it, but the patchwork polka was written by Ian Peterson. But it's a great tune too. Here is a wee song for you. Andy Ramage was in Scotia's Hardy Sons as well. But before we got that band together, Andy was in a band called Harness, a duo, with a big chap from Milnathort called Neil Matheson. Neil played the 3-row button box, and they used to tour around all the west coast of Scotland and all up and down the place. So here is a wee track for Harness this time, and it's the song Silver Darlings, all about the heron arriving at Peterhead Pier on the west coast. So enjoy this wee song. It's a bonny song. I like the Silver Darlings. It's nice. It's a wee video for you.
Now herring, now harvests that fishermen glean, where flashes the silver through deep ocean green. When herring harvests reach old Aberdeen, they are known as the Silver Darlings. Silver Darlings on Aberdeen Quay, brought by the fishermen home from the sea, to the city that stands twixt the dawn and the day, the home of the Silver Darlings. The boats leave the harbour, their wake spreading wide, and empty they roll with the swell of the tide. Soon may their hatches be thrown open wide for a catch of the silver darlings. Silver darlings on Aberdeen quay, brought by the fishermen home from the sea, to the city that stands twixt the dawn and the day, the home of the silver darlings. Are women who know the price of the silver darlings. Silver darlings on Aberdeen quay, brought by the fishermen home from the sea, to the city that stands twixt the dawn and the day, the home of the silver darlings. Silver darlings on Aberdeen quay, brought by the fishermen home from the sea, to the city that stands twixt the dawn and the day, the home of the silver darlings, the home of the silver darlings.
There we go. Vi Todd's picking up on some things here. She says, Andy singing the 12 Days of Christmas, the drunk version was very, very funny. Andy was very good at it, but it was actually Bill Hill that wrote that one, wasn't it? I think Bill came up with that parody first. Or was it Bill Bartley? It was Bill Bartley, wasn't it? It was Bartley. It was Bill Bartley that came up with that one. Yep. Yeah, the 12 days. Yeah. And then, but Bill Hill was actually in one of the photographs in that last wee video as well. But she said as well, Andy's brother Colin was also part of Harness with Neil Patterson and Ian Anderson. That is correct. And I used to play with Colin, Andy's brother. I played with him first in a duo called Dark and Stormy. And which is apparently a drink. I never knew that for years. It's a drink, something to do with rum and beer or something. But Colin, he lives out in Switzerland now. Everybody's getting all over the place. So, yeah, so it's a small world. Anyway, I'm going to finish off today with a video. And Davey and I were talking about this last week, and a professional that Davey had worked with over the years saying live has sometimes just got so much energy in it when you hear live music. And even with a mistake here and there, it's just happens. So this is actually a live video of us playing about, maybe 10 years ago now, down at Dunrossness in Shetland for a charity night. The band at that time was Maggie Adamson on the fiddle, so she doesn't make mistakes. So that's one thing. And Brian Nicholson on the guitar, he doesn't make very many mistakes either. Graham's on the drums, and he's pretty perfect. Yes, so it's just really up to me to make the mistakes. So, but anyway, a wee set of reels, and it was live. I do hope you've enjoyed the show. There's Lou in Ontario, Canada. Sorry I'm late, but it's okay. Remember, you can always watch this and catch up, folks. It's there. You can watch it on YouTube or Facebook, the SaxaVord Sessions. So I'll play this, and then I'll speak to you. This is the Floors at Edinburgh, the Breakdown, Willowfjord, and I think it's the High Road to Linton to finish off with. So this is as live as it gets. So, and it was just done in a camera, but hopefully the sound will not be too bad. So enjoy. There you go. A wee live set. Great fun. Great fun, great fun. Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to Davey here for keeping it going and keeping all the sound going for me. And that's fantastic. Do remember this is SaxaVord Sessions signing out for today. Remember, we're here every Sunday, 1:30. Tell your pals and everybody, and it'd be great to see you. It's been a fantastic audience joining us today. Really good numbers, and it makes it worthwhile. So we're away out to try and get a suntan now and all that. Enjoy. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Cheery.